foolish mortals. It is I, your host, your ghost host. Ha ha ha. So, hello my little fruits and spooks. It has been a hot minute and since we've had a sit down. So I thought I would do a chilling Halloween sit down for you all. It is night time. I am filming at night time. I seem to have no other time to be filming with my new job and what have you. So unfortunately it is a night video. So sorry about the lighting issues and what have you. I've brewed a cup of tea, obviously, ready and waiting. Now I just want to put it out there right now. I am not very well at the moment. I'm really not very well. So if I have to pause during this video, it's literally because I'm in pain at the moment and I feel sick a lot. So unfortunately it's not ideal. It's not what I wanted for spooky season at all, but it's happening. So I'm going to try and go as best I can with this for you all because I really wanted us to have a spooky sit down chat basically on Halloween time. So yeah, there's that. The setup's also not great, so sorry, but like I say, I'm kind of freewheeling through life right now, so that's where I am. But I was having a think of what I could possibly do for like a little spooky sit down with you all, and the thing that came to mind was to share with you some weird things that have happened to me over the years. Now, I don't want to call them ghost stories because I don't 100% believe in ghosts, if I'm completely honest with you, but there are things that have happened that are very, very strange. And they tend to happen in my house, if I'm honest, so, you know, sorry whoever's listening nearby, but yeah, they happen a lot in my house, and it's happened to both me and my parents, and my sister when my sister lived with us, so we gonna get into it right now. So hang on, we've got to get a sip of tea going. Mother's nectar. As I'm unwell, Dad actually made my tea for me today. Spoiled, because, you know, I'm not well. So he made it for me. And he made it in my Jack Skellington mug. So he kind of knew, he must have known that I was doing a spooky sit down with y'all. So, to get into it, let's talk about some spooky things that have happened in my house. Now, the room that I currently have as my bedroom, that you guys see me filming all the time, it was mine and my sister's bedroom when we were little kids, and then when we got older, I believe I was 12 and my sister was coming up for 14 maybe when we actually went our separate ways. It might have been younger than that, I can't really remember, but I know it was kind of around that time that we decided to have our own rooms because we have a 3-bedroom house, so that was fine. I went into the box room. My sister had this room, so I didn't actually get this room until years after she'd moved out. Like, I moved into this room in 2013. So I have had spooky phenomenon in 2 rooms, both rooms. So the room that I moved into, which was the box room, is what we used to call our toy room because it had all our toys in it. Kind of, you see the vibe here, right? And we had a sofa bed in there for when our aunt and uncle used to come down and stay from up north, so that was all cool. But there was just something about that room that I never really liked. I don't know what it was. I just didn't like it. It was always cold, like always perpetually cold in there. And it still is. It's actually my dad's office now. He's taken it over as an office. But it was always cold in there, and I didn't really like it. And sort of after I moved into that room, just weird things started happening. Like my TV would turn on for no apparent reason by itself. Obviously it was plugged in, but it would turn on by itself, like with the remote over the other side of the room. So that used to happen to me a lot. Or like I would go down for dinner having turned my TV off, and my mum would be like calling down to me when she came upstairs to use the bathroom and be like, "Why did you leave your TV on?" And I was like, I didn't, I turned it off, but the TV would come on by itself. So I got really annoyed one day because I was getting blamed for it. So I went into the room and I was like, look, whoever the hell is turning my TV on, can you stop it? Like, you're not paying the electricity bills. Like, stop it, it's annoying, right? And it stopped. which is weird because, I mean, if it was an electrical fault, it wouldn't have stopped at my asking. So that gives me some heebies a little bit about that one, you know. That's just to begin with. But then, like I say, my sister was in this room, I was in that room. I remember vividly, clear as day, one night. Got up, it was dark, put my light on. It was fair enough, I was kind of asleep, and I get that, but not to the point where you weren't aware of your surroundings. So I opened my door. Now, the door for the room that I was in, it points down our corridor. So our corridor goes like that, like, you know, so the door is directly here, and then you've got the corridor, and this room comes onto the corridor like this way. So open the door, and I legitimately saw something walk from this doorway to the bathroom doorway, because the bathroom, again, you go sort of out of this door and then you turn a little bit to your right and you go into the bathroom. Legitimately saw something walk from, and it was a human shape, from this doorway to the bathroom. Now, because I was half asleep, I thought it was my sister. So I was sat there like, oh, for God's sake, because I was desperate for the toilet, like desperate. That's why I'd gotten up in the middle of the night. And I was like, for God's sake, it's like, really? Like, we can't both need the toilet at the same time. So I was a little bit annoyed about it. So it wasn't until I realised that the light hadn't gone on in the bathroom. Like, because we've got pool lights in our house for our bathroom. So it makes a very, very noticeable click when you pull it. It kind of goes ding dong when you click them. So, hadn't gone on. Now, my sister doesn't like the dark. She doesn't like the dark, and that's fine. So there's no way that she would be going to the toilet in the dark. So I'm like, what? So I've kind of stood there in the doorway for a little bit, and I've been like, what? And as I've looked again, there's nothing there. Literally nothing there. So I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I thought, oh, you're just tired, Hannah, it's fine, whatever, you're tired. So I went to the toilet, obviously, did what I was needed to do, came out, and I just thought, I'm gonna just go check on my sister, because I don't know. Like, is she playing games with me? I don't know what's going on here. So I cracked the door open and I popped my head round. Now, my sister always had her bed in the same position that my bed is in now, because it's how we had this room. It's kind of the way that we did it. So the only time it's ever changed is actually after my sister moved out. My mum used it as a spare bedroom, and then the bed was against the other wall, which is the wall that I would normally be filming from. Does that make sense? Anyway, cracking on. So, pop my head round, and she is fast asleep, and I mean fast asleep, right? And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, I know for a fact, like, hands down, I saw something move, walk. Proper walk, like a proper shape, like a proper human, right? So I'm a little freaked out at this point. So I'm just like, right, okay. And I'm like, I don't want to even hang around here. I don't know what this is. This is freaky as all heck. And you know me, I like horror, I like freaky things. It's a little bit different when you are in that situation, trust me. So she's absolutely fine, what have you, and I'm just like, okay, fine, I'll go back to bed. So as I've turned to leave and pull the door behind me, she has literally, at the top of her lungs, and I never let her forget this, and she laughs every time I tell her, literally shouted in her sleep, quite frankly, really loudly. I nearly had, like, hairy kitten babies. Like, I'm not even joking. So that's always something that's, I don't know, it's always freaked me out a little bit. Well, a few weeks later, because my sister likes photography and stuff like that, she actually did photography and art at college, just happened to take a picture of the curtains. I have no idea why, but she took this picture of the curtains in this room, and I swear to you, there was a face in the curtains, like a full-on, like, man face. That has freaked us out many times. But having said that, I don't feel anything in this room. I don't feel anything, like I sleep in this room, I sleep soundly in this room. I don't feel like anything's here, but they're just weird, unexplained things. So another thing that's happened in this house is my mum was downstairs and she was preparing dinner. I was upstairs in my room, Dad was upstairs in his office. So no word of a lie, we hear her talking to someone. And I'm like, who's she talking to? Like, is she on the phone? Like, what's going on? Because like I say, she's downstairs preparing dinner. I'm in my room. Dad's in his office. Who's she talking to? Is she on the phone? She could be on the phone. So I've gone downstairs. All of a sudden, because I'm behind her, she's at the counter. So I've come up behind her and said, who are you talking to? And she literally jumps, looks at me, dead in the face, and goes, how did you get there? And I looked at her and I went, I came down the stairs. I've walked into the kitchen. She was like, no, you stood over by the bin. Now, compared to where we're talking about, so my mum stood here. The bin is literally over here, sort of in the like corner, right by the back door. So it's all in front of her, or at least diagonally to the side. I've come up from behind because that's where the kitchen door is to get in. I was like, what? So I was like, I've come down the stairs. She's like, no, you were stood by the back door talking to me. Woman, I've just come in the room. I've just gotten in this room. What? And then she starts getting angry with me because she thinks that I'm having a joke with her. And she's turning around to me and being like, don't be so stupid. Why are you doing that? Like, da da da. Why have you moved? How did you move so quick? And I'm like, it's not me. I don't know who you've been talking to, but it's not me. I've been upstairs. So at this point, she's getting a bit freaked out, a bit angry, which I understand. But I don't really know what she saw. Because the thing is, even though she thought it was me, she was only seeing something out the corner of her eye. So it was just a shape out the corner of her eye. And I was like, what alluded to you that it was me, though? And she literally couldn't really answer me and was just like, well, I knew. And I was like, but you didn't know, because it's not me. I've been upstairs. You know I've been upstairs. So anyway, this went round and round and round. And it was a bit weird. The other thing that happened, and funnily enough, this happened about a week later. Again, my mum was upstairs in the bathroom. Me and my dad were downstairs in the kitchen. All of a sudden, we can hear her shouting at someone. And we're like, what's she doing? She's like, on the toilet. Who's she shouting at? On the toilet. So of course I go to the bottom of the stairs and I shouted up and I said, what's up? Are you alright? And she went, you two need to stop messing around. I was like, what are you talking about, messing around? We're not messing around. She's like, I can hear you whispering outside the door, whispering to each other in that weird language. And I was like, what? So of course, Dad's come up behind me and he can hear all this. And he's like, what are you talking about? And Mum's like, I can hear you, you're whispering, you think I can't hear you? And we were like, it's not been us whispering, we're downstairs in the kitchen. And this happens to my mum. It happens to my mum more than it happens to the rest of us. It's weird. But yeah, like, hands down, she thought that we were messing around outside the bathroom door and we weren't. So whoever she was hearing having a conversation weren't us, friend. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's been a bit freaky. So we have this running joke in my house that it's Trilby Man, because Mum swears down that she's seen someone with a trilby in here. So we have this running joke that it's Trilby Man. But you know what? Weirdly enough, it doesn't actually put me off too much. If I'm honest, I never feel like threatened when I'm here on my own. I never feel anything at night time. I can walk around my house in the darkness. It's absolutely fine, you know. So I'm okay with it, really. But it is a bit odd. It's weird weird things that have happened. Like, sometimes you'll hear our front door close, but no one's come in and no one's gone out. That happens a lot. Sometimes you hear someone walking up the stairs and there's no one there. My dad gets that a lot, actually. My dad gets that when he's on his own. Like, he'll tell me all about it when I get in, usually, and he's like, oh, I could hear the stairs creaking again, like someone was walking up and down them. You know, or I could hear someone downstairs when I was upstairs. Like, it's just weird things like that. I don't know. It's weird. I'm still not 100% sure if I believe in anything like that. They're, I mean, certainly freaky, weird circumstances. We have a lot of dead relatives, though, so I wouldn't put it past some of them playing tricks. Especially my granddad. That's who I'm mainly blaming. Now, I didn't meet my granddad. My granddad on my mum's side, he actually died, I think, 3 or 4 days after I was born. So, never met him. But he used to wear Old Spice. And whenever me and my mum are stressed, we get a waft of Old Spice. Thanks, Grandad. I know you're there, pal. It's good. It's cool. So yeah, it's just been weird things. Weird things. You know, a lot of the women in our family, we always say that we have ESP, extrasensory perception, because we're just very good at sensing when things aren't right. We've had it at a place in Sussex which is notoriously known as being haunted. We've had it where we've gone to walk into a room and it's literally felt like someone's stood in front of you and gone, no, in your face, literally, like, oh. And we'll be like, I'm not going in that room. And it will be 3 or 4 of us, females of the family, who have had that and been like, no, this ain't weird, no. So we always say that we have ESP on the female side of this family. Wouldn't surprise me, if I'm honest. But yeah, there's some of the freaky things that have happened to me. Anyway, this is a very long rambly video, I'm sorry, but at least I've nearly finished my tea. See, nearly. But anyway, please tell me if you guys have had anything creepy or weird or strange happen to you. Drop them in the comments down below. I like stuff like that. I like to read stuff like that. All these urban legends and things, they're kind of my thing, kind of my vibe. As you can tell, I'm not scared by everything that's gone on. I'm pretty indifferent to it. I think at this time, at this time in my life, I always make the joke of I sleep with one foot hanging out of the bed. And when Emma asked me why I do silly things like that, like sleeping with one leg hanging out the bed, I say, I'm already in hell. I was like, come bring me home, demons. Like, it doesn't bother me. Ugh. Literally, I watched like Paranormal Activity, the one where she gets dragged out of bed, and I was like, sweet, if they could just take me to the kitchen for a snack. Sorted. Take me to the kitchen. Tally-ho! Tally-ho to the kitchen! Oh, I'm probably gonna get myself in trouble with anything floating around soon. Sorry about it. Anyway, that's all I have to share with you this spooky evening. It is currently Devil's Night. So I'm going to go and watch some creepy things and settle down for the night. Try not to be sick. I've actually made it through this video and I'm very, very proud of myself. Because before I set this camera up, I was dying on the floor. Like, literally. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to film this video. The pain is real. Pain is real. Anyway, healing tea. That's what it is. It's healing tea. Anyway, hopefully you did enjoy this video. Like I say, leave a comment down below if you've had anything creepy or spooky or weird happen to you guys. Also, leave a comment down below of what you're going to be for Halloween or what you've been for Halloween, because by the time this video goes up it would have already been All Hallows Eve, or the Festival of Samhain, as we call it. So, obviously, you would have dressed up by then. So, let me know what you went as, and what have you. That always helps me out. Sorry, just getting to the end of my coping. Anyway, hopefully you did enjoy this video, you guys. If you did, go ahead and give it a big spooky thumbs up for me. It really does help me make more videos for you guys. Also, if you haven't already and you feel like you would like to subscribe to my crazy nonsense, then do go ahead and click that big red subscribe button up there in the corner for me, because it makes me all creepy inside. And until next time, guys, I am going to check you later. So check ya.